Welcome, everyone. In this video, we're going to talk through the Redurple Relic Control deck of the Vibes TCG. Now, this deck first appeared maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago with Iridge piloting it. If you don't know who Iridge is one of our strongest players. I think he's won one season, got like second place in another season or something like that. But either way, he's always at the very top of the leaderboard. And this was kind of a new concept that I first saw him playing. After that, Caution Fun kind of picked it up. And then together, Caution Fun and Mindstorm kind of helped me work through creating this list. Now, I will say I'm still pretty early in the development. You'll see there's a lot of, two ofs in this deck. And I think over time, this will consolidate into a few less cards. So overall, the way that this deck plays is it's like an attrition style control deck. So there's not really a win condition in it per se. And really, the idea is just to survive as long as possible. And over time, you'll slowly grind out your opponent and win. So before we talk through all the cards, one other comment just to be aware of is this deck really has a very, very bad matchup into the Green Mega Penguin Coliseum deck. So as long as Coliseum is banned, which it is as of the time of recording of this video, right? This deck is actually, I think, very powerful. But as soon as Coliseum comes back into the legal card pool, and again, Coliseum is banned right now just because of bugs in the online client, not because it's like banned from a like competitive play standpoint. So as soon as Coliseum comes back, I think this deck becomes kind of unplayable. At least because before Coliseum was like 50% of the metagame. So in that case, it would have to be rebuilt. So I do intend on trying to make this work in the world of Coliseum, but I don't really know exactly. You might have to maybe splash blue to keep digging in it or something like that. But anyway, so right now we don't have to worry about that. So let's kind of talk through the list as it is. I'm going to go through each of the cards and why they're there. And then, yeah, feel free to change the list around. I think I'm definitely still open on a lot of the cards and if they belong in there and how many copies. So, yeah, feel free to edit it to your own needs. So, at the core of the deck are the three Pudge relics. So, because it's a red purple deck, right? The most important one is PotionCommotion. So, we run all four copies of that. And these relics are so powerful because this deck is really about using a drop of attention to clear the board, and they stay on the board after the board clear. So we've got PotionCommotion, which is the main one because it's both colors you want. So you definitely want to run four of that. I've been running a total of 10 copies. So I run three of the other two. So you got GlowAndBehold, which is basically for the red Pudge, and you have FeatherForecast, which is for the purple Pudge. Now, if you find yourself needing more purple Pudge or more red Pudge, you can just adjust this to be 4 and 2 instead of 3 and 3. Or you could even run, I've run all 12 copies. That seems a bit heavy. Like you always have too many relics in your hand. But I think running less than 10 also seems a bit light. So there's definitely, if you need an additional slot or have an extra slot, you could play around with that. I also mentioned it, a drop of attention is so critical in this deck. Like, right, this deck is all about clearing the board with a drop of attention. So that also makes the deck really strong when your opponent doesn't know what you're playing. So if this deck becomes more popular, it will get weaker because people will start playing around a drop of attention. So, right, I'm only running 3 copies because I feel like you only need 1 in the game, and we also have RunItBackPenguin, so we kind of are, like, running 6 copies. But either way, you could definitely run 4 copies here because sometimes you need it, like, ASAP in the matchup, like, against yellow. And so, I know Mindstorm has pushed me a bit on this to say I should really run 4 copies. So, I'm definitely open to changing this to 4 as well. So then to get a drop of attention to work, you need to have like cheap red action cards and well, or just of any color. So first we have actually the purple one, Overwhelm with Knowledge. So this card is so good because it basically counts as 2 actions for a drop of attention. So you can basically play it once to draw a card, and then you can play from your ice a second time. So it counts as 2 actions. Also, you can have them as your rods, and then you can pull it down as a rod. So it's very easy to get drop of attention off with Overwhelm with Knowledge because those anything whenever you play from your ice, it doesn't even cost any pudge. Plus, it's really nice because you draw cards, which means after the board is cleared, you have a full hand. Then I'm also running basically 2 copies of each of the red cards. So 2 copies of TossUp, Heads I Win, Tail You Lose, Hit the High Note, and Here's Pengy. So I don't know which ones of these are best. I think most likely the optimal thing is probably 3-3-2. I don't know which one to cut. They all have their advantages and disadvantages and so for different matchups, I would like different ones. So I think this is something where I do find like around 8 of them is the right amount, maybe 7 to 9, but feel free to change the composition of them. So then we're also playing WhataTwist. This can just be very useful for a few reasons. So one, it can help you with drop of attention if you need to. But then the other thing it can do is on that final vibe check, if you have a striking swordsman that's flopped that survived a board clear, you can unflop it with WhataTwist. So, or against just caffeine or hungry penguin or stuff like that, it can also be useful. So yeah, so WhataTwist is the final like kind of like cheap action card. Then we also run the train. So run the train is really because it's this attrition deck. This is actually some card advantage. Because the game often goes long, you usually in the game at least trigger it once. One cool thing you can do too is your first copy you don't even have to play. You can play it as a rod and then pull it into your ice with Overwhelm with Knowledge, and then you can still get the benefit from it. So overall, this card is some just good card advantage. Plus, you can also use it with a drop of attention to count as one of the actions. Next, let's talk about removal. So we run 11 removal. So we run PeaceOutPenguin, definitely the best removal in the game, probably because it's a 2-for-1 built in. And so we're playing all these red activators, so it's really easy to activate it. So definitely run 4 copies of PeaceOutPenguin. Then I'm running 7 between LayerALasagna and Have a Philosophical Debate. So LayerALasagna is really, really strong, but there's just some penguins it can't hit. So it's it's not good against like a Binkus, but it's great against a Bunkus. It's really good. It's not good against a popcorn, but but popcorn doesn't really matter for this deck. But anyway, like there's just some small penguins it can't touch, and some big ones it can't touch. However, it is, generally, I think it can hit about 75% of targets, which is very useful. Plus, you can use the potions, the artifacts, in order to boost. Like if they have a 4 vibe penguin, you need to be 5 vibe. You can put a +1 counter on it and then hit it with LayerALasagna. Then have a philosophical debate. This is also just kind of this like removal. You usually have cards in your ice, but I only run 3 copies because you really don't want this till the late game. Because in the early game, it's hard to kind of have enough cards in your ice to pull this off. Okay, so basically we've now gone through all these cards and we have nothing that can actually win the game, right? Everything we've talked to is all support cards. So basically what the cards we have left are what you have to win the game with. And you can see there's not a lot going on. And even one of them, we'll talk about SimonSmasher. This you also can't really win. It's a 1 vibe penguin. So SimonSmasher's in here for the mirror match. But it can also be useful in other matchups. And it's red, it produces red pudge. So I'm still not sure of this card, but I did play a mirror match against Caution Fun where he had SimonSmasher and I didn't, and it was a super, super clutch card in that matchup. So I think as this deck becomes more popular, um, which I think as long as Coliseum stays out of the metagame, it will, then SimonSmasher is a good card to put in. So then after that, we basically have either we have the Swordsman, which is really nice because it can survive the board clear. So you can just kind of flop it. It can't be iced, you board clear. And then we have RunItBackPenguin, which is just, 6 vibe, which is generally enough to win the game. But there's just so many red actions in there that you can just kind of use RunItBackPenguin in order to just kind of get, that drop of attention or maybe the HittheHighNote or whatever actual maybe whatever red card you need. So then that leaves the final finishing package, which is basically Binkus, GalaxyPenguin, and Bunkus. So overall, right, GalaxyPenguin is nice. In this deck, it actually fits really well. Like in general, I don't like when people do this, the GalaxyPenguin, Binkus, Bunkus combo. I prefer just to play 2 Binkus and 1 Bunkus because the GalaxyPenguin has a lot of disadvantages relative to just having the Binkus, especially in the matchup. Because like if it goes in directly into your ice, you can't play it, or if you rod it, it kind of becomes useless. Or if you ride the Binkus, then if you play the GalaxyPenguin, you can't pull the other Binkus, basically, because it's in your rods. But the purple pudge can actually be very useful in this deck. So having this extra penguin is actually really nice. And then, right, Binkus and Bunkus, usually the game ends with one of these being fairly large. And I mean, not that large. You usually need like 6 to 10 vibe to win with this deck, just because you have so much removal. But also in the Blue Mill matchup, right, Bunkus is king, and in the Bizbunk matchup, Binkus is king. So for the mulligans, I generally look for the potion and the Peace Out Penguin, and maybe the Striking Swordsman. Although I'm still not even convinced about the Striking Swordsman, to be honest. And then in the game style, basically, you just play controlling game, remove all their stuff, lose every vibe check, clear the board, and then win. It's going to be a long, grindy game. So anyway, okay, let's jump in some games and see what happens. Taking a look at the first hand, so we've got Peace Out Penguin. So we definitely want to keep that. I don't think I want these other cards. Do I keep LayerALasagna? I guess I'll keep no. I think I just want as many peace outs as possible. Okay, so 2 peace outs, so that's good. All right, and so this is like all the penguins. So I want to keep the RideTheTrain because I want an activator for it. So I think I will use. Hmm, I'll put the RunItBackPenguin down as a rod. So I'm not sure. Maybe I should have put the Striking Swordsman, but I think I like. Yeah, I think okay. So we don't have a drop of attention, but the Overwhelm with Knowledge will be good with the drop of attention if we get it, because right then that already counts for right. Basically, we already have enough. If we got one purple pudge, we would already have enough to make drop of attention work. All right, so second Overwhelm with Knowledge we definitely don't need, just because um the way that this works is right. I can play already one from hand and then play it from the ice, grab the other one, play the other one from the ice. So I already actually have enough to do a drop from attention from with what I have. Okay, so against yellow, PeaceOutPenguin is great. I do want to basically lose every vibe check, I think, because it's really best to starve yellow for cards. So I do, and drop of attention will be very useful as well. So if I can get the drop of attention, okay, so I have GlowAndBehold, which is good. So I think I will get the let's see. Okay, so this is some sort of maybe lil yellow deck. Okay, we definitely play this WhataTwist as a rod. So the issue is, okay, so I'll play the Striking Swordsman first. So I don't have the ability to trigger the Peace Out next, right? Because I don't ride the train is two red pudge. So I think I'm gonna have to first play like Glow and Behold, and then I play Peace Out. And then I can actually get the Peace Out going. Oh no, I have HeresPengy. Okay, so I do think against yellow, you probably just want to keep the board clear like as quickly as possible. But let's see, they might be playing the like card draw cards. So okay, so GalaxyPenguin. Um, okay, so I want Here's Pengy because right, if they do the yeah, let's do the Peace Out Penguin because if they and we don't need the Galaxy Penguin. If they like do the card draw card, I want the Peace Out to basically deal with not your keys. So right, if not your keys comes and they're flopped, right, to make the Peace Out work against not your keys, I want to use the Peace Out to remove the Pot Stirring and the Leaf Rider. So let's see. Although I guess I could always just bait out the like if they have a not your keys, I'm gonna have to deal with it at some point. So I could just okay. Oh, so they're gonna use Frolic. Okay, perfect. So good thing we played the Peace Out Penguin because yeah. So this would have been tough. So we play Here's Pengy, and then we do the Peace Out Penguin, and then the nice thing is the Frolic actually ends up getting canceled because right whenever they play the Frolic, I'm now removing the targets. Okay, so this is again. So I'm not sure why they played Frolic. Probably not the best play because with the Peace Out on board, I guess they were assuming that I didn't have an activator. But I don't know if that's really okay. So they're getting a WhataTwist. Okay, well that's lucky for. I mean, not that it really matters, but okay. So I know they have a WhataTwist as a rod. So here's Pengy actually provides useful information here because now I know to play around a WhataTwist. Okay, so we've got LayerALasagna. So we're still okay. So I feel like we're in a really good position. Okay, so now we have wow, we have all the Peace Out Penguins. So we've got Bunkus. So Bunkus is we can play Bunkus. Should we play Bunkus as a rod? The problem is where are we gonna get Purple Pudge from to get it into our ice. So okay, so let's play the Glow and Behold. Um, okay. I think I still will play Bunkus as a rod because I think eventually I will get a Purple Pudge. Although maybe I am not being careful enough around the Purple Pudge. So yeah, so next turn I can do Ride the Train with Peace Out Penguin, and that will allow me to remove those two penguins. So I do wish I had more red activators right now. So yeah, so and then Bunkus and Overwhelm with Knowledge are okay. So we're gonna have to remove the okay. So we have Drop of Attention. So we will have to remove the what's it called? The penguin that doesn't mind goodbyes. I don't think I need to play more rods though. Right. We just need to play it slow. I don't really want to give them. So I'd love to use LayerALasagna on the penguin that doesn't mind goodbyes, but unfortunately, I just have to remove it. I don't think it makes sense to remove anything else because then they're going to draw a card. And I'd rather them not like maybe if I could get the little extrovert, it would be worth it to basically say like, okay, because I'd rather them have a random card than a little extrovert, but I'd rather them have this flying penguin on the board than a random card. So, okay, another Overwhelm with Knowledge. So we really need a purple pudge. So maybe this makes me think maybe I should cut Glow and Behold and go 4 Feather Forecast and 2 Glow and Behold because there's a lot of red pudge in this deck, but not that many purple pudge. Okay, so run it back, Penguin. So at least that's good. Okay, so now I think, okay, so there, I got my purple pudge. So that's good. So I think I will, um, hmm. Yeah, so I think I can play PotionCommotion, and I'll play one Overwhelm with Knowledge. I'll play the PeaceOutPenguin. So I think I'll clear the board again. Although, okay, so do I wanna, oh, I don't have an activator. So, okay, so I think I will just lose this vibe check. So I'll use the Striking Swordsman ability just so that he's flopped. And therefore, with the flopped swordsman, I can basically lose a vibe check. I don't really want to use LayerALasagna on the extrovert. And the reason for that is um I don't have another activator. Although I guess I have to run it back, Penguin. And if the little extrovert gets any bigger, LayerALasagna won't work on it anymore. So yeah, okay. So next turn, so I can win the game in 2 turns, basically. Although I could also just use a drop of attention. So if things get out of control, I could use a drop of attention. But okay, so I think we kind of just go for it. We play it one more turn like this. I think I'll use the LayerALasagna this turn because I am worried that the extrovert could get bigger. And I do want to just keep losing. Wait, okay, wait. I need to play the LayerALasagna, choose that, pay 1 purple pudge. So that's the PotionCommotion. And then run red pudge, which is the run it back. I'm going to keep trying to lose the vibe check just because I want access to as many cards as possible. And so that's one thing nice about the swordsman is, oh, wait, I can't lose the vibe check anyway. Okay, so then I might as well not flop the swordsman. Okay, so looks like looks like we're in good control here. So we'll definitely go for the win now and see if we, okay, and as you can see here, this is what I was talking about where we're just going to keep making the swordsman bigger. Okay, so we're going to be at 14. Um, yeah, I'll just hold it at 14. I think that if they, yeah, I think this is good. I mean, I'm playing very aggressive for the win here now, and maybe I should just play more passive. But I can always like pull out of this. Like I can just clear the board, basically use run it back to get cards back to my hand, clear the board with a drop of attention, and then just have a big bunkus. Okay, so let's think about this game. So basically, we just controlled it the whole way. I do think that like PeaceOutPenguin is so good against yellow, but yeah. So overall, we just kind of came in, we just controlled the board the whole time, and there's nothing that they could really do about it. And even if they could do something about it, we would just play a drop of attention, clear the board, reset, and go again. So overall, great first game. All right, let's jump to the next one. All right, jumping to the next game. Looking at this hand, so I think we throw. Well, we only run 2 WhataTwist. Yeah, I think we keep the WhataTwist because we always need rods. And so, like, I think WhataTwist is fine in the, like, a more slow game because you always need rods. So it's good to get it. And yeah, I think we're not in a big rush to play anything else. So we got the PeaceOutPenguin, which is great. And we got the PotionCommotion, which is the best potion. So we've got a Peace Out, run it back. I probably don't need 2 run it backs. I feel like I always have too many run it backs. So I would definitely be on board with cutting that down to 1 copy. Um, so one thing about Peace Out 2 is in the Bizbunk matchup, you kind of want to play it into their turn 4. Although they have the Baron, so I think I can play it in response. So I could play like Potion on 3, although I don't have an activator yet. So that's another thing. Okay, Striking Swordsman. So I think I'll play the run it back. Penguin. So I don't think because I don't think I need 2 of them. So I really need a activator for the Peace Out. So maybe I need to play more than, because right now I'm playing 8 activators that are 1 pudge, and then the run the trains that are 2 pudge. But so I could run maybe 10 1 pudge cards because I am worried. So if Ascending comes out here, what do we do about it? So I think we'll want to play. Hmm. So, okay, so we wanna play probably okay, I think we don't need to run it back penguin, and I think we'll play the potion. Because with the potion well, okay, so if next turn Ascending Penguin comes, then right, we could play Peace Out, but we don't have the activator because we don't we need a red activator 'cause, Overwhelm with Knowledge won't activate it. So, it's a little unideal that we don't have the activator yet, but again, I don't even know if this is BizBunk. This could be a lot of stuff. Okay, so they're gonna stay on 3 Pudge. Okay, so I think we will also just or do we wanna just develop okay, because they didn't even play anything. So, okay, so I think I'll develop the Striking Swordsman because I can just flop it every turn to not win the vibe check if necessary. So I guess I could have done this if I did this in the other order, this would have been 5 vibe. But I guess yeah. So now the nice thing is I get more draws at a red activator because I can do overwhelm with knowledge. So I could play like peace out and then overwhelm with knowledge, and then but I don't even know if it would make sense to go that hard against it in ascending because I do have Binkus and Galaxy Penguin. So either way, we definitely don't want to win the vibe check. So because also like losing the vibe check as a reactive deck, we can go second to what they're doing. So I'm not really sure. Somehow I feel like this is BizBunk just because I haven't played much, but this could be something else. Um, maybe it's yeah. I really don't know what this could be. So okay, so definitely maybe not ascending. Okay, so we're just gonna stay back, collect cards. I'm still looking for that activator. Definitely want to make sure to lose the vibe check every time. So I'll just keep playing the Striking Swordsman. SimonSmasher will also be nice in certain situations. So if they play a relic, for example, I could do LayerALasagna. This could also be a bash globe, maybe. I'm not really sure. So either way, um, yeah. Okay, so we will just kind of sit back and let them continue to like we want them to play first because we're a very reactive deck. So we'll just keep gathering cards in our hand. Eventually we'll get the activator for Peace Out, which will help a lot. Because at this point, also ride the train. So that's part of the reason we play this. The Striking Swordsman is ride the train would be a good draw too now, because we could basically play Peace Out, and then we get ride the train. Could this be the mirror match? Maybe. Um, I'm not sure. So okay, so they're gonna play Peace Out. Okay, so we can definitely play WhataTwist as a rod. So I think we'll pass. So this will be good because we can lose the vibe check. Now, if they happen to use like a what's it called? A not a rod anymore to then be able to remove the striking, that's fine because then it'll be 2 for 1 for us. And we'll take that. And the nice thing about them playing peace out is we actually have 2 peace outs. So when it comes to this like peace out math, you always want to have more peace outs. Plus, okay, so with layer lasagna, if we get one more potion, we'll make their peace out 5/5, so we can layer lasagna it. I do wonder, should I draw a card? No, I think I'll just because it's just so much easier to get the board clear off if you have that in your hand already. So now we can start losing the vibe check, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so we've got an activator. It's not the activator we want because it involved bouncing our potion. Although bouncing the potion might not be so bad because okay, so it's a tower deck. Maybe? Okay. So there is something. All right, so I think we developed the piece out this turn. And we can definitely play one overwhelm with knowledge as a rod because you don't need 2 of them. So, okay, so we'll play like that. Maybe I could have held it back. I guess I wanted to be able to play peace out with something next turn. So we want them to okay, so hit the high note is very good in this matchup. So, right, they can do something to activate Peace Out, but we can activate Peace Out in return. Okay, so they'll do Hit the High Note. So in return, I think I could hit the high note my own potion. Would that be good? Yeah, I think we'll do that. We will hit the high note our own potion. Because what that's going to do is that will deny them the card draw from Hit the High Note. And yeah, although I guess against the tower decks, Hit the High Note is a really good card, but I also have SimonSmasher, so I can probably deal with a tower. So, all right, so they're gonna do WhataTwist. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm basically just waiting for. I want to remove their Peace Out. Oh, I probably should have just flopped the Striking Swordsman just to get it safe. So okay, so we gained a card advantage here, and if they use the Peace Out now, we can use the LayerALasagna in no, we can't use layer. We have to just Peace Out in response. So I think not using the swordsman was fine. Okay, so next turn, yeah, so next turn we've got Potion, FeatherForecast, Peace Out. So it's good we play the Rod so that we can play 2 cards. Okay, so we've gained 1 card advantage now by doing the kind of Hit the High Note on our own Hit the High Note target. And that's a play I like doing a lot. It's okay, so they're going to okay, they'll slowly okay, so they're gonna do this with the Striking Swordsman. We're gonna have to figure out how to remove the Striking Swordsman at some point, but that's not gonna be that difficult. I think next turn, right, we can do the double Peace Out. Um so yeah, we could do double Peace Out, and then we can have probably the Layer of the Lasagna as the activator, and we can like really clean up this board. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with all these Striking Swordsmen. So I think, yeah, so let's start with that. Yeah, so we'll go Peace Out. I don't think we need the FeatherForecast, I guess. And we'll do PotionCommotion. And we'll do the PotionCommotion on, I guess on our own Striking Swordsman. Okay. So this means that we can then layer Lasagna the, well, let's see what they do. Yeah, so we could layer Lasagna the little singer. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. I think we layer Lasagna the little singer. Play 1 purple pudge and pay 1 red pudge. And then once we do that, we can use the Peace Out just to get rid of their Peace Out. So let's see. Let's see how they react to this. Okay, so then we do the Peace Out Penguin on the little singer and the other Peace Out Penguin. So then they're going to have to, they Peace Out in response. I can just Peace Out again on these 2. So overall, I think, so these 2 cards kind of just negate each other. And so, okay, so we'll see. I think this will work. Oh, they have the Sunburn. Okay, so the Sunburn is a problem for us. Because now, so yeah, with the Sunburn, if I use this Peace Out now, then they can, if I use a Peace Out now, they can Peace Out in response and take out both of mine. So, okay, so I'll just wait here. So luckily we have another Peace Out. So overall, this is going to be okay, so they're going to spend 2 cards and we're going to spend 2 cards. So card advantage neutral, but that's how it kind of goes. Okay, so we're up 1 card advantage at the end of that. And we still have all these Striking Swordsmen to deal with, which is going to be a problem. Okay, so, but either way, we keep losing the vibe check, which is perfect because, yeah, once they play any, I do need to take care of their, oh wow, more Peace Outs, even better. But I don't have an activator now. So we need to kind of bluff having an activator. So we'll just need to keep looking for an activator. Okay, so GalaxyPenguin is good, I guess. But I don't want to win the vibe check. So, Okay, I think I will just pass here. So let's see what they do. Yeah, okay, so they just passed. So let's just pass. Let's just get another card because I really need the Peace Out activator. If I have the Peace Out activator, I can really clean this up. So, yeah, I do wonder if I should put more activators in because here. So what would Binkus or Bunkus help? Not yet. I really need a drop of attention, I guess, as well to clear the board. Okay, so they're gonna go for that. So I just really need. Okay, so I've got the activator. Okay, so we're gonna go for the turn this turn, and this is gonna be a messy turn. Hopefully they don't have another sunburn because right, we have one more piece of removal than they do. So we'll start with the activator, and then hopefully it comes back to our hand because we need. So that's what so toss up is good here because we're short on activators, so it can sometimes count as 2 activators, and we'll need activators for SimonSmasher. So let's just see what happens first with the toss up. Okay, nice. So we have it for next turn. So we'll start with the peace out on the 2 peace outs. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, if they have another sunburn, right? Well, they would need 2 sunburns to actually take advantage of this situation. But I think, yeah, like having all 4 peace outs is so lucky for me in this situation. In these like kind of like red standoffs. Okay, so that's not going to really matter, right? Because that'll turn it to 5. Okay, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, so now that they used the activator, I can still use. Well, if I use my peace out now. Okay, so then. But okay, so we just let this resolve. So yeah, so it's unideal because we can't push it through. Because if we use our peace out, like right now we each have 2 peace outs. So whoever goes first ends up losing. But basically the net effect of this is they've used a not a rod anymore to basically to so they just wasted a card. Or not wasted, but they basically used a card for no benefit. Or I mean it benefited them by helping them out of this situation, but it didn't actually like. Oh, but now I have the initiative again because they only have 1 piece out. So I could. Yeah, so now I could take these 2 off the board. So if they have another not a rod anymore, I can just do it again. I mean, I don't know how many more not a rod and a rod more they're gonna have. So I mean, this could have been greedy. Maybe I should have just singled in on their piece out. But hmm. Okay, I think I'm just gonna let that resolve. They're trying to lose the vibe check, so let's just see. I definitely want to keep losing the. Okay, so they want to unflop that piece out. Okay, so this is getting complicated. I think if I use peace out on this piece out now, that will be fine. Yeah, I think I just want to take the peace outs off the board. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this is getting really complicated. So, I think this stack is going to resolve very advantageously for me. Um, I guess I might as well flop my Striking Swordsman too, because I don't want to win the vibe check. Okay, so basically, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to get a 3 for 1 out of this. Let's see. Okay, so peace out. Okay, so they lose 1 piece out. I lose 1 piece out. So 1 for 1. They use a WhataTwist, so 2 for 1. 4 for 2. Okay, so card advantage wise, that was a 4 for 2. All right, so let's just take a second to reflect on the state of the game right now, because they have 6, 7, 8, and I have 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm up 5 cards on the card advantage spectrum. So this is the advantage of playing this like control deck, is you just basically just grind and grind and grind. Okay, so um hmm. So at this point, is the Galaxy Penguin good? I do wonder if I should start thinking about winning the game. I don't really want to be winning the vibe checks though. But I guess I don't really have a choice. So I think it might be time to start going for the vibe check wins. I definitely want to. Yeah, so I guess we just play Galaxy Penguin this turn. I think Binkus is better because they have more cards in their ice, and I think that's good. We can still, yeah. So if they play the Striking Swordsman, if they like flop both of them, with the Peace Out Penguin, so I'll just draw a card here to not. Again, I want to be losing the vibe check, so let's just draw with Overwhelm with Knowledge, because I don't think this is going to be a drop of attention game. I think we're too late in the game for that. And I've just been kind of attrition grinding them out. Okay, LayerALasagna, that's really nice. So, because with LayerALasagna, I can get rid of the Swordsman if they go to flop it. And yeah, but I think if they're going to offer the tie of the vibe check, we'll definitely take that, because we can also play Binkus out next turn. Um, because they just have a bunch of actions in their ice. So their Binkus is 6. So not the largest Binkus. So we maybe wait till after board clear, but I kind of think a board clear is not happening at this point. So they just have a bunch of swordsmen. Um okay, so I think we just play one layer lasagna. That's so good, layer lasagna, because it will remove the swordsman. So I think we just play the potion. I guess we'll just play it on the Galaxy Penguin. And I guess we'll play one layer lasagna. Okay, we'll win this vibe check. And then that means next turn we'll just basically play Binkus, and hopefully we'll win the game from there. Because also layer lasagna is nice because we can flop our Galaxy Penguin in case we need to do that in order if they play the Leaning Tower. So I think it's time to go for the win, because 7, 8, 9, 10. They only have 10 cards. So we've done a really good job basically slowly grinding them out. And yeah, I think overall, yeah, so this is how this deck works. Like, right, you saw this entire game. We just did small card advantages, built like those like complicated board situations with Peace Out, or like this is like the ideal matchup for this deck, like a penguin focused deck. Yeah, so we'll take the vibe check. Because this next turn we're gonna start setting ourselves at 14, maybe even 15. Okay, SimonSmasher. Okay, losing that, I would have rotted that anyway, so that's perfect. So I do wonder if I just play GlowAndBehold. Actually, let's just keep building up the like. There's really like, let's not play Binkus yet. Let's just set here on 14. Let's make them do something, because we have the layer lasagna. Oh, I should have put the GlowAndBehold on the Striking Swordsman, because then if they play a Leaning Tower this turn, I can still flop the Swordsman for that. But I guess if they play a Leaning Tower, I can always just play Layer Lasagna. Or I can just wait a turn. Okay, peace out. Okay, so again, when there's 2 peace outs, there's basically even board tension. So everything's fine. Like, no one has the advantage. Like, whoever moves first basically loses, so it's kind of stuck. But I have the LayerALasagna in my hand. So, okay, so they go for the HeresPengy, which is not a problem because now they're basically going to have to use their peace out, I guess. So then I can LayerALasagna. It is going to, no, I'll just toss up because LayerALasagna will be wasted because the only target is, yeah, so now we basically play toss up. I'll play it with the potion that's not purple. And then we will get peace out. And I guess we'll get the swordsman. So if they have a sunburn, so be it. Then we'll just play one more. We'll play one more round. But yeah, okay. So I think this should be it, right? Because we win. And look at that. Like I said at the beginning, like 8 vibe is typically enough to win. Because if they played something big, I would just remove it. Okay, so we're good here. Again, I think the craziest thing with this deck is like I feel like I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting and reacting. Yet you sit and react, and then somehow at the end of the game you win the game. Oh, it was how is that a tied vibe check? Okay, I guess I missed something because I feel like I should have won that vibe check, right? With the GalaxyPenguin. So, oh, got glow. Oh, because I lost a penguin. Yeah, you're right, right. Because I got knocked off. Okay, so ride the train is good. Okay, so it's not over yet. Wait, how many do I need to do? So there's one. I have 9, so I need to do 4. Okay, so I'll send back 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are the most useless cards. Okay, so now we got our Binkus. Okay, so this turn, hopefully this turn we'll be able to get there. So yeah, so Bashful Swordsman, but that's what we've got the LayerALasagna for. So we'll LayerALasagna, the Bashful Swordsman. 1 purple pudge, 1 red pudge. Okay. So the Bashful Swordsman will be taken care of now with the LayerALasagna. And then I think that will be it. Unless I'm miscounting something. So okay, so this wasn't a drop of attention game. But I think that's okay. Because right, we had just all the peace outs. So we didn't even see a single copy of drop of attention. So how deep are we in our deck? So this would be the argument for running 4 drop of attention. Not that it would have helped in this game because we got all the peace outs, but 25. So we're basically over halfway through our deck and we didn't see any drop of attention. Now, we did see as compensation we saw basically all 4. Did we see 3 or 4 peace outs? All 4 peace outs. So I mean that's basically why we. So basically, it was like peace out. This was a peace out game basically, but they had 1 sunburn, so they had 4 pieces of removal, and we had 5 pieces of removal. But everything just lined up better for us the way things worked. So, okay, so great second game. All right, let's jump to the next one. All right, jumping to the next game. Basically, I think we just keep PotionCommotion. Or do we keep the Striking Swordsman? I guess we keep the Striking Swordsman, PotionCommotion. I think we keep 1 over. No, I think we just keep the Swordsman and PotionCommotion. All right, so we've got SimonSmasher. Swordsman. Okay, so purple. All right, I'm not sure what this could be. This is something. Is this some sort of caffeine deck, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, Coliseum could play the 1 drop, the purple 1 drop, but I'm not sure what deck this could be. So I'm a little. Maybe it's a Bizbunk that plays the 1 drop. That kind of seems not what I've seen before, but Doyler is definitely a good player. So, oh, this is the. Okay, I know what this is. This is the like Prison SBF, return stuff to your hand deck. All right. So we don't. Well, SimonSmasher might be useful. Bunkus might be useful. LayerALasagna. So we definitely want the small cards. So let's see. What Peace Out will be good. I guess SimonSmasher will be expensive. But that could be played on the 5. Okay, let's play Bunkus. Because does it usually play the Milkmaid? I think okay, we'll play Bunkus. Okay, because if it's a card that mills a lot, then Overwhelm with Knowledge will show up in my ice, and then I can grab the Bunkus. I do have 2 Overwhelm with Knowledge at the bottom of my deck, but I think that's fine. So, okay. So we basically want to just, so Striking Swordsman will be good next turn. Okay, we've got also Peace Out with an activator. We have removal. So removal will be good because with removal, we can get rid of stuff. SimonSmasher, I'm keeping that because of the Orb of Hopium. Okay. The high note also good. So we just want to dump our hand. Okay, so Little Milkmaid. The problem with Little Milkmaid is LayerALasagna can't deal with it. So but we do have, what's it called? The Have a Philosophical Debate. So this game always feels like a mad scramble. So let's see. Okay, so right, we can at least get the Striking Swordsman down this turn. All right, so we have a lot of these potions. Okay, I think I think we don't need TossUp. Yeah, I think, well, maybe this is too many potions. So maybe we put the FeatherForecast down. Because we play the Striking Swordsman. Because the idea is we want to at least tie the vibe check. We want to slow this game down as much as possible. So if they make us draw 2 cards, then we win the vibe check, which is great. Because we just need to get rods down. So let's see. And so we do want to keep TossUp actually because of a drop of attention. Right? Because they probably also have the counter spell. Okay, so we've got the drop of attention. So if they have the if they have Spring a Leak, then we basically will have to do drop of attention multiple turns in a row. Okay, I am wondering maybe if I should have not played Bunkus as the rod. Okay, so because we got, okay, now we only have one more way to get Bunkus out. But again, I'm not really sure if we need Bunkus. All right, so now we'll play the PotionCommotion on the Swordsman. And because next turn we'll play two of these. So I guess we play a PotionCommotion as a, or do we have too many activators? I feel like we have a lot of activators. So maybe, yeah, maybe we play yeah, because next turn we want to play Peace Out if we win the vibe check. So let's put TossUp. Yeah, this is difficult. I guess we'll put PotionCommotion down. Because, okay, so next turn we do PotionCommotion and Peace Out. So, I mean, the good news is we do have a pretty low curve. So, but let's see. All right, so support a friend. Tina Who Tears. Okay. But the nice thing about Tina Who Tears is, sure, we lose the potion, but it gives us a rod, so we don't really lose on tempo. So we'll be able to 5. Okay, so we'll be able to play the PeaceOutPenguin this turn. And then, yeah, maybe I was too aggressive putting my potions down because we only have 1 left. Although, okay, so yeah, I think we need to clear the board. So the good news is we have the yeah, the good news is we have the drop of attention, and now we're getting the Overwhelm with Knowledge back. So Yeah, so next turn that they don't have for a Spring a Leak. Because we can actually clear the board next turn. Because we can put the Peace Out down. Well, even with the Peace Out, we might even be able to force them to use up their blue pudge. So I feel pretty good. Well, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's time to start thinking about clearing the board. So we have all of our we have all of our cards for clearing the board. We just need to make sure that they like, does this deck run Spring a Leak? It probably does run Spring a Leak. So it's good that we're getting the Overwhelm with Knowledge back. So we only have one purple pudge. So I think we do. Oh no! Oh, we got FeatherForecast back. Okay, so that's not bad. So we basically got back the cards we wanted. Oh, and we win the vibe check. Even better. Like by winning the vibe check, we'll just get another. We'll be able to play 3 pudge cards. So I think this turn we'll play the PeaceOutPenguin with the PotionCommotion, I think. And we'll actually use the Peace Out to remove something. Okay, so then next turn we'll do Drop of Attention. Yeah, okay. So we have the GalaxyPenguin for the purple pudge. Okay, so then we also have FeatherForecast. Okay, so we need Drop of Attention. Here's Pengy. TossUp. I guess we can use the TossUp this turn. Okay, I'm kind of thinking SimonSmashers. Actually, we don't need that. So we'll do that, and then we do the PotionCommotion. We'll just keep making the Striking Swordsman bigger. And we can basically use the LayerALasagna. No, we want to save the LayerALasagna for like a Bashful Swordsman, I think. Like, do I want to actually end the game here? Or not end the game, I mean do the Drop of Attention. Okay, so the turn I get rid of the Simon. Okay, I got another SimonSmasher. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I could just do hit the high note. Well, I don't want to lose the purple pudge. So, okay, can I clear the board? 1, 2. Yeah, I could clear the board. Okay, maybe we just pause here. See if they do something. If they go for the card draw. Because if they go for the card draw, then I can clear the board. Okay, so let's just let this card draw happen. Okay, so now we could clear the board because they're undefended. Okay, so if we clear the board here, I think that would be pretty good. I mean, the alternative is we can use the PeaceOutPenguin actually just to take out these two. I guess that would be better. I think we'll just do that. I think we'll just play Hit the High Note on the Orb of Hopium. And then we do the PeaceOutPenguin on the 2 penguin with hoops. Let's try this. If for some reason they have a counterplay to this, I'm not really sure. I guess not a rod anymore could be a problem. But okay, so I think we just do this because this will just give us one more turn to set up. And we could play the SimonSmasher. Right, we're gonna win the vibe check here. So now, do we want to do the GalaxyPenguin or the? Because basically we can do a 5 and a 3. So we'll definitely play FeatherForecast. And I think, do we just get SimonSmasher on the board, or do we go for GalaxyPenguin? I think we go. Okay, so we definitely get FeatherForecast on the board. And then I think this is. I don't think we need this many toss-ups. So then, I think we'll play. I think we will play. I guess we'll play GalaxyPenguin. Because if they do the orb, yeah, okay. So SimonSmasher would be better if they replay the orb. But if they replay the orb, I'm kind of am in a good spot. So I think we'll play the GalaxyPenguin. We'll put Binkus in our ice. So we've managed to we've managed to not end up behind, like, and we could do the, drop of attention, right? Because we can do overwhelm with knowledge, here's Pengy. So with drop of attention, we can just basically yeah, so I think this is the turn we do drop of attention. Um, wait, so if we do LayerALasagna first, yeah, so I think we start with LayerALasagna on the because we in case they have the counter spell, right? Because we need to take care of the milkmaid. So if I do LayerALasagna first, do I still have enough pudge? Yeah, basically. Okay, so we do LayerALasagna on the Tina Who Tears. So we do one purple pudge. Oh wait. No. We don't want to do that actually. Because if we do the LayerALasagna on there, we can't activate this Striking Swordsman. Well, I guess we still just do it. I think we still just play the LayerALasagna on there and play one purple pudge and one red pudge. Because like it's still not bad just to remove something. Okay, so we do the LayerALasagna. So now the question is, do I want to play Overwhelm with Knowledge? But I think I don't because I want the Striking Swordsman to survive the board clear. So I think we'll wait like this because we can always play SimonSmasher next turn and take care of the orb. So I guess orb would have been better to play the instead of the GalaxyPenguin, the SimonSmasher. Okay, but this turn, okay, so with the Peace Out, we're in a good shape because we can prevent any counter spells from coming in. So yeah, let's let them commit a little bit more into the board clear. Oh yes, double Milkmaid. Well, so the only issue with this is yeah, okay, so what if they have the counter spell? So to deal with a counter spell, okay, so we need to go all in. I think so. I think we go there and peace out. Like I don't want to play games, and right there's a lot of counterplay they could have, like with a spring a leak or something. So let's just let's just go all in like this. So um okay, because we'll use SimonSmasher on the orb. Okay, so we can start. So do we want to start with LayerALasagna on the Bashful Swordsman? I guess. I guess that's good. Or do we want to just start with something like a HeresPengy? But I think we just want to be safe and just remove as much as we can. So okay, so we start with the on that. Okay, so we pay the purple pudge and we pay the red pudge. Okay, so I guess we pay this red pudge. So we start by taking out the Bashful. And then we're gonna take out the orb. Let's also take out the orb. And then okay, so then I guess we can also okay, so what have we done so far? We've done one action. So we can do two action. Okay, so we'll play this. All right, so let's just let this resolve. All right, because yeah, the problem is if they have spring a leak. So if they have spring a leak, we will just yeah, if they have spring a leak, it'll be okay because yeah, because basically if they have spring a leak, then we'll still use the peace out. And they're gonna have to flop these two. So we'll win the vibe check anyway. So yeah, the sad thing is we'll lose it. We're gonna lose the striking swordsman here. So yeah, they'll have to spring a leak this. And then I'll use okay, so they don't have spring a leak. Okay. So it's a little, so I could have saved the striking, but we're going to have a very large, Binkus this turn. So we're gonna have a large Binkus and a large Bunkus, I think. Okay. So we played around Spring a Leak. I guess I could have used the WhataTwist to have the extra pudge to save the striking. So that was probably wrong. That was probably a mistake. So, um, okay, we definitely don't need the RideTrains because that's just card advantage. Um, okay, so we will just. Okay, so I'm not worried about this so at all. So we will go. So we definitely don't need the RideTrain. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we'll play this and we'll put 4 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so we have 14 Vibe Binkus. And then next turn we'll get a giant Bunkus. And I think, yeah, so let's just play HeresPengy just because we're just trying to I could have played a LayerALasagna, I guess, just to take out the Frosty. No, but I want to save the LayerALasagna in case they have like a what's it called? In case they have a Bashful Swordsman or something. So I do want to the reason I just played the HeresPengy there is I want one more card in my ice just for Bunkus. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because Bunkus is going to be full powered, but maybe actually because I need GlowAndBehold. So like I can maybe play GlowAndBehold and Bunkus. All right, so basically, okay, so the card we definitely don't need is RideTheTrain. Okay, we're gonna play Peace Out for sure. And then Bunkus. Okay, so we need to put at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to put at least 4. Okay, so we'll put back. I want to keep stuff for the 1, 2, 3, 4. LayerALasagna would be nice to get with the RunItBackPenguin, but there's an interaction where that doesn't actually work right now. So I basically just kept all the penguins in there, and I kept the drop of attention so that I can get it with RunItBackPenguin. So we now have the Binkus and the Bunkus. So Leaning Tower. Okay, so is Leaning Tower a problem for us? So we will win right now because everything's unflopped. So good thing we played the Bunkus, right? Because we can flop that with LayerALasagna. But okay, so as everything sits now, we will win the vibe check. So, or we will tie and then we will win the game. So let's see what they do. Okay, so all right, nice. So we ended up winning this game as well. I think no matter what, even if they had something, this would have been we play LayerALasagna, get rid of whatever they flopped, ideally. Bunkus would then be flopped. We could also play Peace Out. Like this game was under control. So again here, as soon as I recognized what deck it was all about just jamming everything down as quickly as possible. But yeah, so then we ended up just slowly grinding out the game. All right, so there you have it. We played 3 games. We won all 3 of them. Honestly, I think so far with this deck, I think I've played like 15 games or something, and I think I might have lost 1. So I'm on a like crazy win streak with it. Because it's just I think it's just really a different play style. Like this same thing happened to me in last season when I played the recycler deck to get all the way to like number 2 or 3 on the leaderboard. Where when you're playing a deck like this and people aren't expecting it, you have such an advantage. I think that advantage will go away as people realize what's going on. And so, but yeah, I think overall, I really like this type of like reactive play style, at least in Vibes. It's interesting because in other card games, I never liked control decks, but I think in Vibes they're very fun. So yeah, overall, the mirror match is brutal, so just be careful for that. Those can easily go like 30, 40 minutes. So, but overall, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.